It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. The name of the band, Shadow Killer.
That was good.
And that's called A Price for Freedom.
That was pretty solid, man.
Yeah, it's good, just straight ahead metal.
Yep. I'm liking these bands. Maybe it's just we got lucky with the batch of bands that we got, but man, we've been playing some good stuff.
Sure. And the thing, again, I got to wonder because obviously these bands are not mainstream or somebody, bands that a majority of fans have ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to wonder what goes into the thought process in a band situation. Says, man, we got to cut a record, and then, for all intents and purposes, it doesn't really go anywhere.
Sure.
But it's out there if you want it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they think that they're going to move to the next level, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they think that they've got the talent to make it. And a lot of these, obviously, these bands all do.
Yeah, they do, but that time is gone.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, what outlets where would people hear this stuff? Like, aside from like YouTube or something.
But you could still make a career out of it if you write what was the name of that band that you just played? Shadow Killer.
Shadow Killer. You couldn't see them having the same kind of European growth and run of like a Primal Fear? Yeah, well, I could imagine that, but the thing is that, and again, I don't know where these guys are located,
mm-hmm.
but if you're, say, like you're an American-based band,
yeah,
the chances you're going to be able to go over and work the European market and actually make a career for yourself, not so much.
Unless you move there.
Yeah, and then you got to have a day job and you got to have some way to support yourself because obviously you're not going to go over there and just like make a shit ton of money immediately until you grow your fan base.
Sure.
And that takes a long time.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I get it. I'm certainly not saying it's an easy task. I just have to think that these kind of bands like Shadow Killer here, they got to be hoping to get picked up by Pure Steel or something and get offered the 1 o'clock gig at Wacken or something one year and go over there and kick ass for that, and somebody hears it, and then and then off you go. Then you grow. Then you get offered the big tour with Sinner, or something like that, and
right.
you grow it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a long time, and you got to somehow figure out how you're gonna have an income until that day comes.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't catch me going into the music business these days. Yeah, that's for damn sure.
Just not feasible.
You got to love it. You got to do it for the love of it, like our friend Sammy is doing right now. Do it for the fucking love of it because you wanted to, you wanted to live the dream. And I think Sammy and those guys did it the right way. They did it first class, and they're getting to live the dream that they wanted to do.
Right.
Even if it's just for a summer. For this summer, they got to put out a record. They got to go on tour with Tesla. They got to do, play in front of.
They got to open for Quiet Riot. Don't forget that.
Like I said, they got to open for Tesla.
They got to play with Kix.
Yeah, got to play with Kix and Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
2 legitimate 80s bands.
And Lita Ford.
And Lita Ford, number 3.
Right.
So 3 fairly legitimate bands they got to play for.
Sure.
Play in front of. That's pretty good.
Yeah. For a little unknown band out of Richmond, Virginia, they got to, at least, like you said, even if it's just for this summer, at least they'll get to have those memories. Say, remember the summer of 2017?
Yeah.
Man, we kicked ass.
Yeah, they took their shot.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean it's going to end there. I mean, they're still just working it now, so.
Sure. I mean, it could go on for a couple of years for all we know, or 5 years or 10 years, or they could catch. There's no reason that they shouldn't catch. There's no reason that the right person couldn't hear a single, snatch them up and pump them to radio and get them on, active rock radio. There's no reason.
Sure. I agree.
They sound modern enough, They don't sound like an 80s band.
No, they're not dated.
No. So they could literally, and they've got the right credentials and they've got the right touring and everything else where they could get picked up by Active Rock Radio and potentially do something. But, then again, the highlight of their life might be that big Tesla gig where the great Neely showed up.
Yeah, sure.
That could be the highlight.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. Well, good on those guys.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
All right. Well, I got a couple of stories, and we'll call it a night and wrap up the long weekend.
Good. Because I got to drive early tomorrow, so
you're going
no bonus time.
You're going to your PA pinball place?
Yep, I'm going to hobble my ass to the Palace tomorrow.
All right. Well, here's one that leaves a lot of questions for me.
Okay.
A woman who allegedly threw urine on a bus driver for telling her, "Have a nice day," said the driver could have been more courteous.
All right, everything about that sentence was completely fucked up.
I know.
So the bus driver says,
"Have a nice day."
A nice day, and she just happened to have a bag of urine that she threw on the woman?
Well, see, that's exactly where I went with this. It's just like who happens to have a cup of urine handy.
Yeah.
Just to throw on somebody.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can't wait to hear how this plays.
All right. A woman who allegedly threw a cup of urine on a Metro bus driver who told her to have a nice day has been arrested.
Okay.
The woman, 38-year-old Opal L. Brown.
White woman?
Yeah, of course.
Opal L. Brown?
Yes. Of Southeast D.C., was arrested at the El Fonte Plaza station shortly after noon on Wednesday.
All right.
Police believe that she is the passenger who assaulted a bus driver around 6:15 p.m. Saturday on X2 bus near intersection of Bennington Road and Minnesota Avenue. According to Metro spokesperson Sherry Lai, the person was getting off the bus when the operator told her, "Have a nice day."
Okay.
She turned and said, "Are you talking to me?"
Bitch!
As she wagged her head and shook her finger. I just threw that in there for effect. The passenger responded to the Metro driver, "Yes," the bus operator said. And that, Metro said, is when the rider lashed out. Metro's narrative, the bus driver, the rider threw her cup of urine after the driver told her to have a nice day. It was confirmed when Brown spoke with NBC4 and said she didn't appreciate the tone in which the driver delivered the greeting.
The tone.
The tone.
Is the bus driver a dude or a chick?
I'm going to assume it's a guy.
All right.
I'm going to assume that.
Okay. Let's reverse roles as you as the cab driver, former cab driver.
Sure.
Someone did this to you. Do you not beat their fucking ass?
Of course, you get out and you beat them mercilessly.
I would have beat this woman into the fucking coma.
Yeah, but again, where does this woman have a cup of urine to even throw at somebody?
Yeah, come on. Was she pissing? Was she sitting on the bus pissing?
Well, you might be surprised because I think that you're very intuitive here, Mr. Aiken.
Oh, I know my piss stories, my friend.
Mm-hmm. She said, "Have a nice day," all sarcastically. So I guess it is a woman.
Okay.
A woman bus driver.
All right.
Brown told the station she could have been more courteous.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
She said it's sarcastic, so she deserves a cup of urine in the face.
Yeah. Holy smoke. I would have beat this woman to death.
Right.
If someone, I'm serious. If someone did that to me, she stops being a woman and just becomes a murderer.
Well, the thing is that this would have been a little easier because the bus driver was a woman, and she was assaulted by another woman.
Yeah, well.
So if the bus driver woman got up and busted her in the face or just took her to the ground and just pummeled her,
yeah,
it would have just been a woman on woman just beating each other.
Right. Less of a crime.
Of course.
Because that's fair.
Yeah. So,
Why do I think the bus driver was white?
Doesn't say.
Of course it doesn't say, which means that that's the story.
Mm-hmm.
It would say, if it was anything but that, it would say.
Okay. On what, Chris?
Facebook.
That appeared to belong to Brown. Similar statements were expressed early Wednesday morning after news broke that the police were seeking the perpetrator of the assault. Here's how it's spelled out on the Facebook.
All right. Oh, so she admitted to this on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to read this in actuality.
All right, Eddie Rocks. That's not her.
I'm going to read this with the affect that I believe was attributed to these words.
Okay.
Okay, y'all know it was me, said the Facebook post. Following several news stories about the incident that were also shared on the account, I want to apologize to her, but Metro owed me, and she was being very rude.
All right.
That's exactly how it was written.
That's, A+ for the fucking education system.
The woman also confirmed Metro's statement that she had relieved herself on the bus using a cup. I had to go to the bathroom real bad, she told NBC4.
Jesus.
So this woman, I'm not sure exactly how she maneuvered this, but she pissed into a cup on the bus.
Well, there she is holding the cup. Where did she squat at? Right there in the aisle?
That's what I'm saying. How did she maneuver that?
Just drop those fucking juicy shorts of hers or sweats of hers and did a squat right there.
Yeah.
Maybe did a little twerk to shake the fucking extra drops off.
At what point does anyone take a piss in a cup on a bus?
Well, you haven't done that before?
No.
What?
Of course not.
I know when Stephanie was here on the show one time, she said she took a piss during a show up front on the barrier.
Really?
Yeah. She told us that story on the show. That she didn't want to leave, so she pulled out a cup and fucking squatted right there and took a piss on the barrier.
Nice. All right. And
I guess it happens.
Okay. In a surveillance video released by Metro, Brown is seen standing near the door at the front of the bus, holding a purple tumbler, apparently waiting to disembark. Okay. Once the bus comes to a stop, the woman turns around, flings the content of the cup at the bus driver, throws the cup on the ground, and dashes off the bus and down the block.
Now, see, putting all the pieces together, and I am not, let me be clear, I am not justifying this cunt for A, pissing, or B, throwing the piss. But I'll bet you that the driver was snotty about it because the driver of the bus had to sit there and watch this bitch piss in her fucking, on her bus. So she probably was fucking crabby at this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I would be. I don't think I'd have said shit to her. I think I might have helped her down the steps with a good solid push.
Get off my bus.
Good boot the ass.
You animal.
Yeah, no shit. My goodness.
Metro's surveillance footage also captured her urinating near the back of the bus before the assault occurred.
All right, now let me look, see. All right, so I'm looking. There's people all the way to the back of the bus. Yeesh. This is just a disgusting story.
Of course it is.
Ugh.
The suspect is believed to have relieved herself on the bus using the cup, Lai said. The bus driver was not injured in the assault, although she went to the hospital for decontamination.
Wasn't injured. Still, she took this woman's hot fucking piss in her face.
Exactly.
I know there's some that would pay for that, but I don't think this bus driver was one.
Sure.
Ugh.
The bus involved in Saturday's incident featured a plastic shield meant to protect drivers from passenger assaults. But the transit union local 689, the union that represented Metro bus drivers, said that in the statement on Tuesday that Metro should seek out input from workers and the union to find ways to improve the design of the shields and take other steps to prevent assaults of operators. At what point do you think, you know what, we need to design this shield just in case somebody throws a cup of piss at us?
I shouldn't need to drive my bus in fucking a bulletproof box.
Right.
Man, what the fuck?
I know. A disgusting act like the one on Saturday can not only endanger the operator, but also endanger everyone on that bus.
Mm-hmm.
Unnecessarily placing workers and riders riding public in danger is never acceptable, and Metro can and should do more. At what point do you think, let me see. Our drivers are out there driving a bus. Somebody could pull a gun on them. Is that possible? Sure, that's possible. Well, what do we do about that?
Nothing.
And then they go, well, somebody could possibly throw a cup of piss at our bus driver. Yeah. What can we do to protect them from that?
Somebody could possibly sneak up behind her and start finger banging her too, but that didn't happen.
Right.
You know, enough with this nonsense. How about this? How about this woman does fucking jail time? This fucking cretin should be in jail.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, come on. You can't fucking throw fucking piss at somebody.
In 2016, there were 75 recorded assaults on Metro bus operators, though that was down from 87 the year before.
Still almost 2 a week.
Why would you assault a bus driver? I mean, the guy or the girl is sitting behind the wheel just driving you around the city and you're assaulting them?
Well, you know, she was a little snippy.
Sure. Some transit agencies, including Transport for London, have outfitted operators with, get this, spit kits that can be used to collect saliva samples when they are spat on, so police can use DNA testing to determine the identity of the person who assaulted them.
How much of her would be left if she did this to me, knowing that I would be carrying the judge?
Spit kit? Why are people spitting on a bus driver?
I hope these bus drivers are making like $150 an hour.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus, to be enduring this for fucking $12 an hour or something? Fuck that.
Yeah. I don't get that.
That's fucking disgusting and ridiculous.
A spit kit.
Is there any sentencing or anything on this bitch?
No, it does. It just said she was arrested.
All right, so be on the lookout for a follow-up for that one.
Okay.
Set yourself up an Opal L. Brown, Google alert. So we need to know the answer to this. I hope she gets like a year.
Sure.
What do you think she'll get? Community service?
If that, or she just pays a fine.
You think that's all she's going to get?
Yeah, she's not going to get jail sentence.
Would you ever let her on your bus again?
Well, she might be banned from traveling on public transit.
Yeah, but she's not going to follow that rule. This bitch can't even follow the rule to go in the bathroom to take a piss. She's sure not going to worry about fucking violating a bus order.
Sure.